Number 5. Give Dalek a different episode title. It was only a matter of time before Russel T Davies would bring the Daleks into his 2005 reboot, and the 9th Doctor episode, aptly titled Dalek, marked the much-anticipated return of Doctor Who's most iconic monster. What was slightly disappointing though was the lack of mystery or surprise surrounding the episode. The big reveal of the Dalek is treated like some massive twist, but it's literally there in the title, and that left nothing up to the imagination and kind of ruined that big reveal. Imagine that same episode, but with a more ambiguous title. Something that hints towards that big surprise, but also maintains an innocence. Now, really, it's an unrealistic change to make, because it would have been foolish for them to hide the Daleks in the lead up to Series 1. But just imagine how chilling it would have been to have learned of the Daleks' survival in the exact same moment that the Doctor does. Number 4.
You know what? I actually agree with this one. In fact, I've been saying it for a while. Both this Dalek episode and the Boomtown preview for the two-parter episodes that follows, that also closes the end of that first season. Yeah, very spoiler-heavy, considering they both contain one of the biggest villains known to Doctor Who. But in a way, I kind of get why they did it with the episode Dalek, since, as she said, it's really just an episode about the Dalek, and they can't really hide the Dalek when, like, it's the first season. You've got to get people involved somehow, and if people weren't tuning into it for all of the original stuff that they had going on before, and of course those creepy-ass mannequins, then putting the name Dalek in the title would sure get people to turn up to see what this iteration of the Daleks turned out like. But I still think the end of episode preview for the final two, the second to last episode, is even more of a crime, because the Daleks don't turn up in that until the last 5 minutes of the episode. This Dalek is in this episode throughout, but no. In the second to last episode, the Daleks don't turn up until the last 5 minutes of the episode. It's only the very last episode that's a full Dalek episode, and at that point, they've already been shown in the end of the last episode, so why were they in the preview? There was no point. Anyway. Back when the show was peak. But something always bugged me about how it ended for poor number 9. Why were some of the end of episode previews so damn spoiler heavy? Honestly, it feels like it was Russel T Davies' way of ruining the public's perception of Christopher Eccleston's run of the Doctor to prop up Tennant. But that's just my theory. So this is how Doctor Who, episode 11, Boomtown's next episode preview should have ended. Enjoy, viewers!
We're all powered up. We can leave. Opening the rift filled us up with energy. We can go. If that's all right.
Yeah, fine.
How's Mickey?
He's okay, he's gone.
Do you want to go and find him? We'll wait.
No need. He deserves better.
Off we go then. Always moving on.
Next stop, Rexacorical Fallipatorius. Now, you don't often get to say that.
We'll just stop by and pop her in the hatchery. Margaret the Slovene can live her life again. A second chance.
That'd be nice.
We got chosen. You're a housemate. You're in the house? Isn't that brilliant?
Welcome to the Weakest Link. We're giving you a brand new image.
Why, is there something wrong with what I'm wearing?
What was that?
Just been evicted.
This isn't just a game.
Rose, you leave this life with nothing.
There's something else going on.
We have contestants outside of the gates.
My masters, they fear the Doctor.
Tell me, who are they?
That's impossible. I know those ships. They were destroyed.
Obviously they survived.
Alert! Alert! We are detected!
What? What? But what? What?
So the next episode is a two-parter, where the Daleks don't even turn up until the last 5 minutes of the episode, with part 2 being a full Dalek episode. Spoilers much? Why, RTD? Why? So here's my version.
We got chosen. You're a housemate. You're in the house. Isn't that brilliant?
Welcome to the Weakest Link. We're giving you a brand new image.
Why, is there something wrong with what I'm wearing?
What was that?
Just been evicted.
This isn't just a game.
Rose, you leave this life with nothing.
There's something else going on.
We have contestants outside of the gates.
My masters, they fear the Doctor.
Tell me, who are they?
I know those ships. They were destroyed.
Obviously they survived.
What?
We'll never know.
See? Who could it possibly be? The Cybermen? The Sontarans? Those creepy-ass mannequins? Again? Suspense! Now that's how it's done. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I'm going to bed. Good night.